customers that why is it that most of the modern generation laptops have a base speed of their base speed is a bit lower compared to the previous generation machines. Like for example, with me on the table here, I have 3 machines here. I have this machine here. This is a COREi5. They're the same processor, but of different speed. So this one is a COREi5, and this is a COREi5 with 2.6 gigahertz base speed. And then I have, so this is a COREi5 with a 2.6 gigahertz speed. Yeah, it's a second generation machine. And then we have this one. It's a 4th generation machine. This is a COREi5 too, but with a speed of 1.70 gigahertz base speed. And then we have this one. This is the latest generation machine. This is the 10th gen machine with a base speed of, the base speed of this one is 1.2 gigahertz. So there is a question that arises between these 3 machines, between the one with the 2.6 gigahertz speed, the second generation one, and this one that has 1.7 gigahertz, the 4th generation one, and the 10th generation. Which one is the fastest? Yeah. So with time, there's been an evolution in the way the architecture of the processors are being designed and they're being made. So you find that these latest machines, the ones with the 10th generation, 4th generation, the more the generations go up, is the more the more they modify the complexity, and that's how you find now that these latest machines, they have a base clock speed of 1.0 gigahertz, but they outperform the one that had earlier 2.7 gigahertz, or this one with 1.7 gigahertz clock speed. So you see, what happened is that you'll find that in the second generation machine, this machine right here, with a 2.6 gigahertz base speed, it has something we call it's a dual core. Yeah, it has 2 CPUs. So with the 2 CPUs, it means that to handle more information, it only use 2 CPUs. Like 2 operations at the time. It can only handle 2 operations at a time. Then this one with the clock speed of 1.7 gigahertz, it has 4 CPUs. So those 4 CPUs, it means that it can handle like 4 operations at a time compared to the one that can handle 2 operations at a time. And then this one with the 10th generation, with it has 8 CPUs. It's an octa-core, yeah, 8 CPUs. So that means that it can handle 8 processors at a time. So this one becomes much faster because it can handle a lot of things at the same time. But these ones, they have higher speeds, but they can't handle more things at a time. I don't know if I can explain to you this, but I think you're getting the point here. So whenever you go to purchase a machine, don't solely focus on the speed. Kindly check on the number of cores, especially if you are somebody who is planning to do things in the line of rendering, because if you're going to do rendering, then you'll need lots of CPUs. So if the higher the number of CPUs, the faster your rendering will be. But if you're somebody that's going to do gaming and the rest, gaming solely relies on things to do with the processing speed. So you have to look for a higher processing speed, because most of the time you just need a higher processing speed. It doesn't matter if you have 8 cores or what, but the moment you have higher processing speed, then you're good for gaming. So that's what happens. And then another important thing you need to, or you can notice from these 3 machines, that this machine had 2.6 gigahertz of speed, and that's why you can see from the body it had a big body. That means that it had to be designed with a big ventilation to allow for proper cooling. Yeah. And then this one, the 4th generation one, I realized that the speed was a bit lower and it became a bit slimmer. Yeah. So this is because they had the speed, they had the heating in the processor, and that requires a higher fan so that it can support that process. And then you see this is the latest generation. It's extremely slim, extremely sleek. So this one is designed in a manner that whenever you're doing light tasks, you're only going to use the 1 gigahertz or 1.2 gigahertz the base speed, because there are some low tasks that doesn't require that high speed. So the machine won't be overheating most of the time, and it only overheat and require the fans to be in action when you're doing some heavy tasks. So that also saves on the power consumption of the laptop and how it overheats. And this generally, from a machine like this one, it's generally a bit silent with it's like zero noise, yeah, compared to this one with the big fan. The bigger the fan, the louder the machine becomes, and then it becomes so noisy. So there are a lot of distractions for this one. That's why they decided to design these three laptops in a different manner. So as you've noticed, the higher we go to the higher generations, the more the slim the machines become, the laptops become more slim, and then with the lower base speeds. But it doesn't matter that they have low base speeds. Whenever you want to do higher tasks, they just have to combine the processors, the cores, the CPUs. They combine the CPUs. So like these latest generation ones, there are some with 8 CPUs, 12 CPUs. So the higher they are, the more powerful your machine will be and the more faster it will be. So whenever you go to purchase a laptop, kindly be keen on these factors, and both of them are good, but just know that if you go for the latest generation, then you're good to go, because that will serve you. And in fact, most of in this generation that are going, we're headed to, most of the applications are being designed so that they can operate on more than one CPUs or threads inside the processor. So most of these applications will be requiring, like, at least you have more CPUs for them to be faster and for them to operate efficiently. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to this account for similar content. And in the next video, I'm going to talk about what you need to consider before you purchase a laptop. If you're an engineering student, if you're a video editor, if you're a business or financial maybe person by profession. So stay tuned to this account, because that's what I'll be talking about it in the next account. Thank you for supporting me. We'll be there no matter what. See you next time.